Om.
Sahana bhavatu
Sahana vavatu sahana bhunaktu sahaviriyam karavavahai tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Om
Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we're continuing our studying of chakras. We did last Manipura chakra. Just to review what we did on Manipura chakra. Major aspect of chakra is the affirmation of I can. The color of vibration or radiation is golden yellow. The shape of flower of number 10 petals. And the principal chant is Ram or Ram. Then we had some asanas for Manipura chakra. The first one was the Naukasana, if you remember. Then we had Ardhamatyangasana. Then third one was Dhanurasana. And Bhujangasana. And we also had the one where we ended was last asana was to be in the parallel to your mat or in the plank position. These were the asanas for Manipura chakra. Then we had some breathing. First one was the Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati by keeping the focus on your Manipura chakra, which is 2 inches above the navel. So normal pranayama, you focus on your breath. In this case, you bring your attention to the location of the chakra. And the second pranayama was the square breathing or box breathing. So these were two pranayamas especially for Manipura chakra. If there is any doubt or question, please ask me now before we move forward to the next chakra. So the next chakra is Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra is heart chakra, as we know. Now here, usually the physical heart is probably in the somewhere on the left side of your chest, on your lungs. But here we are talking about Anahata, which is in the center. This is not a physical heart, it's not a gross heart or any physical form of a heart. This chakra is located in the center of your diaphragm, in the center of your rib cage. And as you know, all chakras are in our subtle body. So you could never find them if you do the postmortem of our body. So this chakra, known as heart chakra, which is the center, and not the physical form of the heart. So bring your focus at the center of your lungs or center of your rib cage, and not the heart as we usually know. So this is heart chakra, and this is the one of the important chakra where after you activate the other three chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipura, having done those three chakras and activation, and if they are in balance and activated, from this chakra onwards, Anahata Chakra onwards, there is no doing. The energy flows by itself. So the study is right up to Anahata Chakra. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata. Vishuddhi, Anjana, and Swadhisthana, the flow is more natural, more by itself. So this is the last chakra where our efforts are required. After this chakra, the energy flow from Anahata to Vishuddhi, and then beyond Vishuddhi is the grace, is this just that you have to, you are already in alignment with that energy flow. So here we are trying to bring the harmony in the energy flow upwards, up to Anahata, and after Anahata, the grace takes over. So let us check what are the elements of Anahata Chakra. The element of Anahata Chakra is air. And the keywords for this Anahata Chakra is love, balance, unity, health, and breath. The lesson of this chakra is I love and accept myself unconditionally. I love and accept myself unconditionally. Now, this is very significant. Most of us, knowingly or unknowingly, we are not happy with our own self. Now, when I say our own self, I do not mean our physical form, shape, and size, but our mental attitude and our emotions. Unless we accept ourselves as we are not in a position to accept the surroundings, the circumstances, the relationships, and other objects. So the first step forward is to love our own self, accept ourselves as we are. So that is why the key word of Anahata Chakra is to love ourselves. Lesson is to love ourselves and accept as we are. The inner state of Anahata Chakra is joy. And when I say joy, is much more vital than just being happy. Being happy is based on other factors or could be external factors, but joy is within you, within us. And that joy is your Anahata Chakra. That's your inner state, our original nature of being joyful. What is the need of Anahata Chakra? How do we activate it? We can only activate and balance it if we love ourselves and being loved. And this is, if you love yourself, you will be loved. If you do not love yourself, if you do not accept yourself as you are, how can you expect others to love you? So love your own self, and then you will be loved. The color it vibrates on is color green, the pastel shade of green. Green is the color on which it vibrates. It operates on your blind thymus. Location is center of your rib cage, the heart chakra. Different body part that it can relate to is lungs, circulatory system, and your arms. The sense organ connected to heart chakra is sense of touch. Sense of touch. The guna or the quality of Anahata Chakra is combination of rajas and sattva. So as you see, the Manipura was rajas, and now we are moving from rajas towards sattva. So there is a portion of Anahata Chakra has the rajas guna, but it also is based on sattva guna. And the attempt is to enhance the sattva guna from Anahata Chakra Kriya Yoga and reduce the rajas guna. The shape is 12 petals. So we are slowly progressing from 4-petal flower to 6-petal to 10, and now we are on 12. Try to imagine a flower or a lotus with 12 petals. Color green. And when you have the visualization of that beautiful flower of 12 petals in color pastel green, by meditating on that, the natural emotion is love. The deity related to the Anahata Chakra is Shakti. And Vishnu. The numerological number related to Anahata Chakra is number 2. The planet that has more influence on Anahata Chakra is planet Venus. The zodiac sign is Libra. And recommended food in order to activate and balance your Anahata Chakra is vegetables. Now comes the list that indicates whether your heart chakra is in balance or not. The list: 1, which indicates unbalanced of your heart chakra, self-critical, unknowingly we criticize ourselves, self-critical by nature indicates that your Anahata Chakra is not in balance. Fear of loneliness, many times we do not enjoy our own company when we are alone. The time when you enjoy your own company while being alone, that's the indication that your chakra is in balance, your heart chakra. Holding grudges and resentful. These are so important. This means that if you have no attitude of let go, forgiveness, forgetting your any emotion that blocks your love, your heart chakra is not in balance. So resentful or holding grudges, emotionally distance in your relationship. When you emotionally distant yourself, physically, mentally, you could appear to be in a good relationship, but emotionally, if you are not enjoying relationship, it indicates your Anahata Chakra is not in balance. Jealousy. Jealousy for what you have and jealousy for what you don't have. And jealousy for what you want and jealousy for what you cannot have. And the last, social anxiety, which means you are seeking the acceptance in society. That indicates that you have lack of being loved. The second list, which shows that your Anahata Chakra is active or balanced, self-accepting and self-loving. By nature, open-minded for receiving any criticism, any comment, any suggestions. You are receptive without any prejudice. Able to forgive yourself and others. That you are not guilty. When you overcome the emotion of guilt and accept yourself and accept everyone, indicates your Anahata Chakra is in balance. By nature, you are generous. And when I say generous, it does not mean that you are donating or giving away, but generous also means you accept your position as you are without any grudges. And that's being generous. You are loved and therefore you are accepted in relationship.
Raju,
When you are in position to love without any conditions, without any attachment, what is known as unconditional love. Your Anahata Chakra is perfectly in balance. In other words, you do not have any grudges, any judgment, but accept and love everyone and everything. Unconditional love, without expecting any outcome of your efforts, your relationship. And most important, when you have the feeling of compassion, when you automatically, naturally, you have an emotion of compassion. As we all probably know that there are people who cannot resist helping people or extending whatever help that is possible out of compassion. Then that's the indication of your heart chakra being in balance or active. Now, this list is something that we need to observe our day-to-day activity and try to value ourselves, try to judge, try to check whether our heart chakra or the other related chakras are active or not. The affirmations for heart chakra. Most important in any case is to do the affirmation, I am love. I am love. In Sanskrit, it is aham premaha. I am love. This is so significant because this is the original nature of consciousness, our Atma. So when you are in complete awareness all the time that you are love, that's the affirmation to enhance your activating Anahata Chakra. Second affirmation, my heart is open, which means I am in position to accept everyone and everything. I choose love. So Anahata Chakra is all about emotion of love, emotion of acceptance. I am worthy of love and happiness, joy. So the moment we develop emotion of guilt, your Anahata Chakra is getting blocked. Moment you have any amount of guilt for your own self or guilt for any of your efforts, you are blocking your Anahata Chakra. Accept as you are. Feel that you are worthy of being loved. It is safe for me to love and be loved. it is safe, which means I am capable of spreading love. I am worthy of receiving love. Now, receiving love means you need to have those qualities which, and quality is not something that you acquire, but you have to have that persona where you are able to smile at others, smile at your own self, accept others, accept your own self, enjoy the company of everybody, enjoy the company of your own self. And that the indication that the emotion of love is radiating. And when you are radiating love, you will attract love. The chant for this Anahata Chakra is YAM, Y-A-M, YAM. The practice to adapt in our day-to-day life in order to activate our Anahata Chakra, balance our Anahata Chakra, is to eat green vegetables such as spinach, kiwi, fruit, cucumber, green apple, consume green lime, basically consuming more of a green vegetable. Also, if you are in position to have a patch of garden, kitchen garden or any form of garden, gardening as a day-to-day practice also help activating or balancing your Anahata Chakra. Any form of gardening, it could be just watering your plant with love, and watching the leaves plant with the adoration, with the love. So that develops the connected link, that develops connectedness. The consciousness in the plant and consciousness gets connected, and then you realize oneness. Let go of grudges, let go of any negative emotion. These are things that one can do every day. Moment you get a thought, moment you feel something which is not positive, just drop it. Just let it go. Do not hold on that thought. Do not enjoy that, entertain that emotion. No emotion, no thought which are of nature of negativity. Let it go. Every day, try to do one minimum, one kind thing to any stranger. I'm sure we all meet, knowingly, unknowingly, someone whom we have never met before. Try to be kind. Now, you may not sometimes do anything, but being kind is to just give a smile. Just smile. No one will feel offended if you smile. Just smile. And smile comes only when you are in the mode of the sattva guna. Sattva guna is the goodness. When you have goodness, the smile comes on, and that smile spreads. So spread a smile. One little job, little work of kindness. And as we always do in our prayer, make the gratitude as your prayer. Be gratitude for every single thing from morning to evening. Yeah. Have the emotion, feeling of being thankful. When you have a food on your table, obviously you will thank the one who has cooked it, but try to go back in the chain. Try to think of a logistic, to someone who brought the food to kitchen, somebody who produced the food. Go back in the chain from the time that it is produced till it has come to your table. All different people involved in bringing food to your table that you are able to eat. It takes a moment to just say thank you for. There are so many people involved in having a simple food on your table. Just a thought of being thankful for that. Laughter. Laughter comes from the heart. Laughter comes from the Anahata Chakra. Laugh from your heart. So the laughter does not really happen from your throat or mouth. It should come from your heart. Laugh loudly. Laugh heartfully. Start within the family or friends to cuddle. Give a cuddle, give a hug with a smile. And that is the connecting the Anahata Chakra from one consciousness, identifying the consciousness everywhere. So that is the connecting factor, hugging or cuddling or smiling. Or simple, just place your arm around the shoulder. Yeah, we always hug and cuddle our children or grandchildren. Try to do it to as many people as can. Some may not accept it. That's their problem. But remember, it should be focused from Anahata Chakra, from your heart. And that's important. Last, find a time for yourself. As I always mention, find some time every day for your own self. Be in silence. Just be in silence. When you are in position to do nothing but sit in silence, you are developing, you are activating, you are keeping your Anahata Chakra in balance. So we will stop here today. On Thursday, we will do the breathing. First we do asana, then breathing, and then meditation for Anahata Chakra. So we have spoken about Anahata Chakra, the affirmations, the chant, elements, and daily routine. Any question, any doubt, any clarification?
Hari Om Acharya ji.
Yes, please, Hari Om.
The list that you've given us for all so far the 4 chakras, like everyone else, I guess, I have ticks on both sides, unbalance and the balance. Now, when I try to balance, should I focus on each chakra first and then move to the next, or should I work on all of them at the same time? What should be my practice?
Very important. What we are doing is just studying different chakras right now. We are not practicing to develop or activate. always, in order to do the Kriya Yoga, you can always start from Muladhara Chakra. And Muladhara Chakra alone would take, for a very able yogi, for a very able, let's say, committed yogi, it will take minimum 30, 40 days to see, to feel that your Muladhara Chakra is now in balance or active. It's not, what we are doing is just an introduction of different chakras. This is not our sadhana. Yeah. Hopefully, we will be doing that as well as time comes. But as you asked me, we cannot be doing everything at a time. One must start from Muladhara Chakra. Remember, this is the spirituality connected to this Kriya Yoga. What is the spirituality? Gunas, the quality. As we remember, the Muladhara Chakra is a nature of the tamas, yeah, the lowest quality. We all must identify that, do we have, check us. We must check out ourselves. Do we have any amount of tamas? And for sure, we all have it. Knowingly, unknowingly, we all have it. And we must, first step is to identify it, recognize it, and then try to reduce the tamas guna. And that is the beginning. That's Muladhara Chakra. So doing Kriya Yoga of sadhana of Muladhara Chakra takes time. Your base is Muladhara. That's your physical base. And from that physical base, you start moving upward. Now here we are still not talking about movement of energy. We are not talking about Kundalini Shakti. We are not talking about empowering the Shakti to move upward. We are only doing cleansing work. We are only trying to do theoretically, trying to get a clarity on the subject. After getting clarity, we practice it from the Muladhara Chakra. Takes time, as long as it takes, individually different. Somebody takes 10 days, somebody takes 20 days, 30 days, whatever. But always start from that level, root level. So study of Muladhara Chakra must be first thing to do. We just done the introduction, but then go into detail of each aspect of Muladhara Chakra. And that requires that one has to prepare oneself mentally and emotionally. Are you in a position to accept that the color red can influence your personality? Many people say, what can color do? Color can do nothing. If that mind blockage, if that's the mind conditioning, then this will not work. So one has to prepare first, mentally, emotionally, that yes, if I want to follow and study Kriya Yoga, I have to accept certain principles, such as the shape of this chakra. What is the shape? What is the size? What is the color? What is the Bij Mantra? And have the total faith and acceptance of all the aspect of related to this, and then practice. If you start with a doubt, it's like you go to a doctor practitioner, he might prescribe a medicine, but if you have no faith on doctor, that medicine will not work. So faith is important. Now, question is to have faith without knowing, or have faith after gaining knowledge. One would say, how can I have faith without knowing that it works or not? There are so many things in life that we do not know. So many things. And yet we try to follow it just because we have a trust, we have faith on, let's say, our teacher, our master, our scriptures, yeah, our mind conditioning on religion or spirituality. We follow certain things knowingly or unknowingly based on the faith. And then when you experience, then becomes your own wisdom. then you know, then you have clarity and wisdom. But to start, you need some base, and that base is your faith. If you doubt, you can never begin. So with open mind, have a faith and say, okay, I accept what it is, but I want to experience it personally. And when you experience personally, then it's a first-hand experience and wisdom. Up to now, it's a wisdom that we are reading, studying, and having a faith to follow it. There are possibilities. There are people who may say, this will not work. That's mind conditioning. So that is why Kriya Yoga needs time. You cannot do it unless you are convinced about it, which means you have a faith. How is that the affirmation of I have? How does that help? Which means the Muladhara Chakra, the first is I have. Now, what is I have to do with Muladhara Chakra? And that's something that you have to study and believe it, accept it, have faith on it. Or other chakra, for example, Anahata Chakra, I love. You may say, I don't love that person for whatever reason. How can you just artificially develop the feeling of love? But that's the question of faith. That if I love myself, I don't have to do anything. The time will come that naturally your tendency, your attitude will be of love. So preparing mentally, emotionally in order to study Kriya Yoga or Chakra or Kundalini is very important. And so this is not easy. That's why I said Kriya Yoga is not really easy. Not like Hatha Yoga where you just start doing some movement of your body. Hatha Yoga is the easiest part. So Kriya Yoga is, I would, as we complete the chakra study, then I will recommend a couple of books that one should read about Kriya Yoga, and it will give more clarity. It's always good to have references. Yeah. So you read an experience of an established master and master who have gone through the Kriya Yoga sadhana. Then you believe that if this has happened with that one master, and if this is his advice, then it must be true. With that faith, one must begin. Because Kundalini Kriya Yoga is the next step. Because after studying chakras, once your chakra is balanced, then you try to activate your chakras. And when chakras get activated, it starts throwing up the energy upward. And when that energy goes upward in a crisscross, that's Kundalini Shakti. That is the energy. So that comes subsequently. The list that we are talking every time is the indicator. If we have the personality or attitude which matches the list of unbalanced chakra, the first job is to work on that and try to eliminate and fall onto the second list, which indicates the chakra imbalance. That's our first sadhana. And that is why I always say that try to be your own teacher, be your own judge, whether are we following, we all follow partially on first list. That's the truth. But being aware of it will help to work on that. Yeah. If you have committed to work on chakras or Kundalini, we have to reduce or eliminate those which indicates unbalanced chakra. Yeah, somebody might have the doubt that how can wearing green color clothes or eating green color food help my chakra? When you have a doubt, how is the blockage? When you have attitude of why not, that's the possibility of progress. Why not? It can. Why not? Why do we have a blockade that it will not work? Why should we say, oh, wearing green t-shirt will not help me? Why? It may help, who knows? Why not? When it's all question of your attitude, it's all question of your own coming to terms that all these things, if you don't have faith, it will not work. But if you have faith, one must practice. So think about it and let me know if we should, after we introductory study of chakra, should we go into detail of each chakra, starting from Muladhara. It's up to all of you. If you like, we can do it. Maybe from 5, it may reduce to 2 attending it, but that's okay. I love it, I enjoy, and therefore I am always there whenever you want it.
One day practice is okay.
Sorry?
Actually, one day practice will be okay every week.
That's very quick answer. Think before you say it. Take your time. It's okay. We all have time. Prepare yourself mentally. Yeah, very important. Study, gaining knowledge. First is gaining information, convert information into knowledge. Contemplation gives you clarity. Then practice it, make your personal wisdom. So first step is just gaining information. This is what we are doing. We are just gaining information right now. Then convert that information as a knowledge which needs contemplation. So shall we conclude today? Vasatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritangamaya Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, God, for giving us air to breathe. Thank you, God, for giving us water to drink. Thank you, God, for giving us sun for energy. Thank you, God, for giving us food to eat. Thank you, God, for giving us good health and happiness. Thank you, God, for giving us positivity. Thank you, God, for giving us all that we deserve. Thank you, God, for your love, your protection, your guidance, your blessings. Thank you, God, for the existence. Thank you for giving me a chance to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Wish
much.
you have a nice day
Thank you, Acharya
and
ji.
see
Wish you
you
the
on
same,
Thursday.
Acharya ji.
Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you, Acharya ji.